Okay. Um, I have a bold prediction for 2018, and it is a bold prediction. I think Morocco will win the World Cup bidding process for 2026. The United States, Mexico, Canada bid is the favorite. Has the most compelling case, the stadiums, everything. Plus, the 2026 World Cup is expanded to 48 teams. Probably need a large enough venue and enough more stadiums than the usual to host such an event. So the US, Mexico, and Canada, from the moment that they announced, is the favorite. And Morocco threw their hat into the ring later on. Those are the only two bids. The deadline for throwing in a bid, the late deadline, is March 16th. Just in over a week. And there's no reason to believe that anyone's going to make an attempt at a last minute bid. I have a feeling. I think Morocco is going to get it. I think Morocco is going to win the bid for a few reasons. One is Morocco has bid for it 5 or 6 times in the past. I think even going all the way back to the 1980s or 90s, Morocco has bid for it. They probably should have gotten it in 2006. They most likely should have gotten it in 2010. At least one of those times they were screwed out of it. Back during the old corruption days of Sepp Blatter. So now that Morocco's bidding for it this time around again, I think they're going to be on the receiving end of some sympathy. That's number one. Number two, there are rumors coming out in recent days that the US, Mexico, Canada bid is in trouble. And the trouble comes from a certain politician making some comments about some other countries, and FIFA expressing a concern over the words and actions of this certain politician. And it's not helping the image for the US to be a co-host, really primarily the main host, since the agreement is that we're hosting, 80% of the matches. There are concerns from FIFA, at least according to reports, that they're worried that the US might not be a welcoming, open place to traveling fans. Personally, I think that concern is overblown, but I see where it's coming from, in all honesty. And it is because of the certain image that a specific administration is presenting that is putting the US, Mexico, Canada bid in serious trouble. And number three, this ties into number two, so it's related to it. If you look at the math, just the simple numbers, Morocco can very easily get a majority of votes. The way that the bid is decided is you have every single member association of every country in the world vote. And there are roughly 215 or so, 215 members of FIFA, one from each country's federation. The only ones that cannot vote in this process are the actual countries that are bidding, the 4 countries, USA, Mexico, Canada, and Morocco. So let's do some math right now. CONCACAF, all the rest of CONCACAF is going to go to the US-Mexico bid. There's no reason to believe that, some Caribbean island nations are going to jump ship and go to Morocco. So that right there is around 35 votes. There's not much reason to believe that South America is going to go for Africa. South America being in the Western Hemisphere, in the Americas. That's another 10 or 12 votes. So the U.S. will have roughly around 50 votes. The problem is Africa, all 55 member associations, are going to go for Morocco because, of course, they are. And you can't blame them. That right there is 55 votes, or 54 votes, excluding Morocco. Oceania, we don't really know where they're going to go. We don't really know if they're going to go for the American bid or the Moroccan bid. They're sort of a wild card. Let's say, for sake of argument, they split, right? Let's just say. So then you have about 60-something votes for each of the 2 bids. The problem becomes when you go to Europe and you go to Asia, because there are rumors swirling at this moment that the bulk of Europe and the bulk of Asia are leaning towards the Moroccan bid, which would put them over the majority that they need. They need a majority of 104 votes. Asia is expected to be split between CONCACAF and Morocco, with possibly a slight majority going for the Morocco bid. So then it all comes down to Europe. And let's be honest. Let's live in the real world for a moment. Politics is going to come into play. Politics is going to come into play, but not just that. Geographical distance is going to come into play. Morocco is located in northwest Africa. Geographically speaking, it is the country that is closest to Europe. Friendlier time zones, friendlier traveling. That right there could be enough to get Spain, Portugal, France, Germany, etc. all on board with Morocco. Putting politics aside, that reason alone. But in the current political climate, and I won't get into it because this is not really a politics channel, but a certain politician, words and actions, has sort of been alienating a lot of European governments, and there are sort of tenuous relations going on between one of the co-bidders and a lot of Western democratically elected leaders in Europe. So politics is going to almost certainly play a role. And I think that's going to be enough to put Morocco over the top. When Morocco first announced its bid, a lot of media outlets in the United States were saying that, well, we should take Morocco seriously because they could mount a strong case. They absolutely can mount a strong case. And if the the reports that are coming through now are true, they have enough to get a majority of votes. And that's what I think is going to happen. I think that's what's going to happen. I think U.S. soccer is going to, on top of not qualifying for the 2018 World Cup, I think it's going to be delivered another blow. I think we are going to lose the bid. And what's going to be really annoying about it is we're going to lose it, and all of these analysts on ESPN FC, Fox Sports, they're going to be surprised that we lost it. How could we lose to Morocco? Blah, blah, blah. This is just like giving the World Cup to Qatar. Well, no, it's not like giving a World Cup to Qatar, because unlike Qatar, I think Morocco could actually host this. I won't lie. I want the USA to win it, but Morocco can host it. The only thing that's going to leave a sour taste in my mouth is the whole politics thing. That's probably going to be the deciding factor here. I just think it is. You know, without this whole current political climate, would Morocco still win the bid? Yeah, it's possible. Like I said, European countries, fans, same time zone as Morocco, a lot less traveling, so maybe they still would. But I think the whole politics angle will really be the icing on the cake. I think it'll go against Canada, Mexico, and the U.S. bid. And I think at this moment, we have a disadvantage. I mean, we could still win it. I mean, technically, we're barring a major catastrophe, we're still considered the slight favorite to win the bid, but it's going to be a lot closer than people think, in my opinion. And I just got a bad feeling. I got a bad feeling. I think Morocco's going to win the bid. So yeah. I mean, I would attend a World Cup in Morocco, sure. I mean, I'll go to Morocco, but I'd rather have it here. You know, so yeah, I just think all those factors that I mentioned, the fact that they bid for it so many times and really got cheated out of it a couple of times, I think there's going to be that sympathetic view, as well as the proximity to Europe, as well as the political thing. Those are three things that are going against heavily the U.S., Canada, Mexico bid, in my opinion. But yeah, if Morocco wins it, I mean, good luck to them. Good luck to them. But yeah, I just got a feeling that the current political climate is not very it's not very friendly to American interests at the moment. So yeah, that's just how I feel. I think Morocco is going to win the bid, and that bid's going to be announced just a few days before the 2018 World Cup opening match kicks off later this in June, like around June 12th, I think. I think Morocco is going to win the bid. Leave a comment below, like, subscribe. What do you think? I'll see you later today. Peace.